Hello, my friends. It has been a while, and let me tell you, I'm still among the living. And since this has been a while, welcome to another episode of the Chess of Obscurity. Today, we're looking at a game from 1988, brought to us by Visco and Taito. So, without further ado, let's get into it. There is no real story, so we're just going to go into this without knowing what the hell's going on. All we see are aliens and dinosaurs, and the title is called Asuka and Asuka, or Asuka. So, since it's been a while, for those who are wondering why you haven't heard from me in a while, I've been sick. I've had a 24-hour head cold. And even though I sound a bit congested, I'm rather okay. The one thing I just don't like about having a 24-hour head cold is the fact that it really does fuck with you. I kid you not, it really does fuck with you. I haven't been able to make any videos because of that alone. So this is like my first official video since my last video was Sam and Max. And don't worry, I'll be going back to Sam and Max and all the other Let's Plays I still have going. This game really has no story whatsoever. It's just your run-of-the-mill shooter before it actually had story, you know. But aside from that, you know, like I said, I've been rather busy trying to get myself back up to 100% fighting fit, because, well, you know, it's December. That means here in California it is cold as fuck. We're talking about 40 degrees. Now, to those who say oh, that's nothing, yeah, be grateful you don't have the weather we have. It might be not so cold to you, but it's rather cold to me. And let me tell you, when you're trying to not get a cold in 40-degree weather, 40-degree weather, come on now. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's cold as hell over in the East Coast. I mean, we had our share of rain. So the rain that we had was, you know, mainly off and on. Normally, you know, this sort of thing about me being sick, I think this is the worst I ever felt. Because imagine if you will, trying to basically not get sick. And I mean, trying not to get sick. You're dealing with rain. You're dealing with cold. And mind you, I'm not even in, like, anywhere like Big Bear. That and, you know, I couldn't eat. I basically had to load up on a lot of medicine, like Tylenol and cough drops, and even sometimes a little something. But trying to keep it down, that was another thing. So imagine, if you will, just that. That's how bad it is for me when I have a head cold. Like, I couldn't sleep so well. And, you know, one day happened. I was just very little sleep. Woke up around 8 o'clock. I thought I was going somewhere. Turns out that the caretaker that normally shows up around 8 o'clock didn't show up until 1 o'clock. And mind you, I had quite a time with my mom. Now, considering that she had what little therapy there was in 2015, and we're just now getting things back on the straight and narrow by the end of 2016, going into 2017, it really does become a hassle. And I'm trying to be as patient as I can. And, you know, the phone is ringing out the hook. Here I am trying to at least get her dressed and whatnot. And it was a pain in the ass because, like I said, I don't really do that sort of thing. You know, she needs a woman's touch, not a man's. When it comes to getting dressed and whatnot. That, and on top of that, I was really just irritated beyond belief because I was tired. And on top of that, you know, I was sick. So, like I said, it's only been like, what, 4 days since I actually posted the video. My apologies for that. And I know many people are going to say it's okay, you know, you should take care of yourself. And I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Now, what I'm possibly going to do this weekend, being that it's Christmas Eve and being that, you know, it's going to be Christmas this weekend, I'm not going to post anything. I'm really not. I mean, you know, for what it's worth, I still want to finish up the games I still have going. But although I know it's going to take a while. Hey, you've seen longer projects done on my channel. I've been checking a lot of backlog lately. And yes, I have been thinking about what to do as my next project. Because as you can tell, at this rate, Neptunia is nearly done. Because where I am in Neptunia is chapter 7. Omega Tag, I'm on scene 10. Front mission, I have no idea where I am. But I can tell I am getting quite close to the end. From all other games, probably when I finish those, I'll work on something else. And the funny thing is, you know, I received another quote-unquote Neptunia game called Hyper Devotion Noir. Because, you know, why not? It's noir. I mean, what can I tell you that you haven't seen enough shooters as is? I mean, for 80 standards, this is pretty good back in this heyday. And mind you, this game's like 30 some odd years old. We're looking at a 30-year-old game that has never been released outside of Japan. Has no story. You're just this one pilot fighting God knows what. I mean, we're fighting demons, dinosaurs, aliens. And I'm sorry I haven't mentioned any bit of the game itself. But really, it seems like, this is one of those games that basically feels underpowered. Like your character is underpowered. Even if he has max power, it feels like he's underpowered. I'm only in 15 minutes and one can only wonder how much health this boss actually has. Thank you. Shit. This is the reason why later games, later shooters, got more dignified. Like 1943. 1941 Counterattack. 19XX. Aero Fighters. R-Type. Gradius. The list can go on. Other than that, what have I been doing outside of getting myself back on track? Well, about the day that was just basically a pain in the ass, it was about starting our business. So, let's just say our business has a lot to do with art and fashion, and of course, I thought of a name, so they couldn't go without the name of our company, which is basically called Tenkaichi Industries. Tenkaichi Industries, or Tenin for short. Well, like I said, most of what we're going to be doing pretty much is going to be dabbling in the areas of art and fashion. So that means I have a proper channel to actually sell my books, which is a good thing, It's a real good thing to do because, hey, I like to bring in some capital. If I can at least bring in some capital because of my book, because my book is an actual product, well, I actually got a better weapon. As I said before, yeah, I want a proper channel in which, I can sell my book, because my book is a product. And I've only sold at least like what, one or two since its release. And mind you, it's on my channel. It's on a YouTube. It's on a Yahoo page. I won't say YouTube. It's on a Yahoo page, in which, you know, it's not bad. I mean, it's on Amazon. It's on the Barnes & Noble's website, as well as the Dorrance Publishing website that basically it was created from. So as I said before, as long as I can bring in some cash, that's the reason why I don't really go as far as say, oh, I want to make a Patreon account, because I don't feel I feel like I'm cheating people when I do that. I mean, not everybody is like that. But to me, personally, I do not want to cheat people out of... I do not want to cheat people out of money just because, you know, I need money. I know not everyone are like that. But to me, you know, I don't really like that. Now what I'm doing right now is just tapping the attack button. This is one downside of earlier shooter games. That you basically just had to maliciously tap the button. And all I'm doing is just tapping the button. I don't care if I am using cheats. Yes, I am using cheats. Because when I do videos like these, I'm usually being very casual with these videos. Now lately, I've been getting comments about how I don't talk very often in my videos. And let me just clear that up for you. When it's something like a beat 'em up, I don't really have much to say about the beat 'em up. It's like, oh hey, it's me beating every person up, and all I'm doing is talking shit. All I'm doing is providing sidebar commentary. And to that I say, oh well. Reactions, the Galaxy Hider world invasion was destructive. However, about defeating the Galaxy Hider boss, landing in the second and third world invasion will surely continue, and I have no time to rest. That pretty much was it. That's all the game had to offer. But as I said before, I whenever I play certain games, if it's an RPG, I will be talking a lot. But if it's something like a beat 'em up, don't expect me to say so much about this one game. You know, because it's just a beat 'em up. I can provide little hints and everything, but other than that, not much I can do. And as you can tell, this game, as strange as it was Asuka. A very obscure shooter from Visco and Taito of 1988. With something as far as this. This pretty much says this game was never released outside Japan because it was just meh. It's an okay game. It's an okay game for its time. Although, if it was done a little bit better, give it a new coat of paint, you know, make the boss fights not so trifling. Because, really, when you have a boss fight that goes about, 10 or so odd minutes, and you're working with, say, a Vulcan, a full power Vulcan, or a beam, or a laser, that should not take that long just to do one little thing, which is, shoot a goddamn boss like that. That's just sad right there. But as I said before, when I'm doing beat 'em ups, I only do sidebar commentary. When I do point and click, I'm part of the conversation. When I do RPGs, I talk a lot. If I'm doing something like sports, I just shift into sports commentary the best way I can. But other than that, I still got some parts I need to do for the next batch of Let's Plays I got going, and pretty much the next time we see each other, I will actually be sounding a lot better than I am now. But at least I am not dead. I am still among the living. I just fought off a nasty cold, that's all. So I'm slowly recovering. So without further ado, thank you for joining me for this pre-Christmas episode of The Chest of Obscurity. And I'll see you next time with more videos. So take care, God bless, and as always, Tenkai Musou.